Hey everyone, I'm Kin from Organized Tipster. Thank you so much for supporting my Etsy shop. I'm going to show you how to import and use your digital planner. This is the Good Life planner. If you did not purchase this planner, the link will be below in the description. Let's get started. To import the planner into GoodNotes or Notability, it works both ways, really, it's the same process. You will have to access your files here on your home screen. So go to your files. So depending on where you saved your files, if you saved it from Safari, then it would be in your iCloud drive. If you saved it from Chrome, it's going to be on your iPad. And I'll show you where. So on your iCloud drive, it's going to be in Downloads. If you downloaded from Chrome, it's going to be on your iPad in a folder called Chrome. So let's import the file together here into GoodNotes. Tap once on the zipped folder to uncompress it. Inside, usually for my planners, there are two versions. There's the Monday start and the Sunday start. For this tutorial, we'll open the Monday start. Long press on this PDF, and then you want to say share. Choose the app from the menu. So you'll see I have Notability available here and also GoodNotes. I'm going to try GoodNotes for now. It's going to ask me if I want to import it as a new document. And then it just opens up in GoodNotes. If you're a Notability user, the process is the same when it comes to how to import the file. But here's another way that you can import a file, and it works the same way with GoodNotes. You can go directly to the app itself, tap the icon with the arrow and moving into a box, Files, and then locate the digital planner file, open it, and you want to create a new note. So just a quick introduction into GoodNotes here. It's really important to know that in order to access your hyperlinks, you need to be in the view mode. When you see this little icon here with the pencil and the swirly line, it means you're in view mode. If you were to click this, your menu would drop down. This is your edit or annotate menu. So in order to click on your hyperlinks, because as you can see, I'm just writing on stuff. In order to get your hyperlinks working, you have to click on the crossed out pencil right here. Another thing you'll want to set up in GoodNotes is the scroll direction. Most people like to scroll horizontally. If that's you, set it by clicking these three dots right here and then selecting the scroll direction horizontal. It might by default be set at vertical. So this is an overview of where your hyperlinks are. There are a total of 541 pages in here, and you've got all the days of the year, all the months, all the weeks, and those are all hyperlinked. And then there's the template section, which I'll go through after. Right now, I'll just cover where your hyperlinks are. So if you look at your tab menu along the side, this tab menu is going to be on every single page in your planner, and it is hyperlinked to the different sections. This page right here is your quick links index page, and this has links to all the different sections: habit tracker, self-care tracker, wealth tracker, goal tracker, notebook, subjects. You can write them all in here, and some extras. There's also a little link right here. It says how to use this planner. It just takes you to the page right before this one, which is just a little description on how to use the planner. There's also my contact information. If you have any issues at all, if you need any help, please don't hesitate. You're not alone. Just reach out to me. Then you also have your full year index here of all your days, all your months, all your weeks. Now I'm going to show you where the hyperlinks are in terms of the planner section. And you've got when you click on this yearly tab, you've got the year index, which we were just at, which is also accessible by this tab right here. And you have access to the yearly planner here. And we can see the whole layout of the year here. All these months are hyperlinked, so you can access the monthly spreads from here. Then you've got your monthly cover, in which you can access every month from the cover. Then you have your weekly. You can access the first week of every month from this cover. And then of course you have access to all the weeks from the weekly spread. From the daily cover, you can access the first day of every month. Looking at the monthly spread, you'll see that there's a navigation bar at the top. On the monthly spreads, all the months, of course, link to the different month spreads. So you can easily jump ahead to different months, plan ahead. All the days link to the days of the month you're currently on. So we're in October right now. If I click the 18th, I get to October 18th. The top bar on the weekly menu, every month links to the first week of every month. And that's indicated by this highlighted W1 here. On the daily spread, this top navigation behaves a little differently. These take you to the first day of every month. And of course, the days act the same, taking you to the days of the month that you're currently on. If you want to jump back to the month, just tap once on the date and you'll get to the spread for July. You can do the same thing from the weekly spread. You can tap once on July and get right back to the monthly spread. So we're moving on to the templates included in this planner. Just like how the cover pages for the planner section all had links, the cover pages for the templates, for the different sort of habits, self-care, wealth, and goals are all there to link you to the different templates. So for the habit tracker, you have the weekly habit tracker and you have the 30-day habit tracker. The weekly habit tracker is really great for, of course, getting more detail on the habits that you're trying to track. And it gives you a little section to do a weekly review here. You might want to try this out. I don't know if it will work for you too, but I've color coded all my habits and I always keep them the same color so that I can sort of, as like overview, I can just see how I'm doing in each section and each category. So you also have a 30-day habit tracker if you want to track a habit for a longer period of time. Some people might wonder why it's a 30-day habit tracker only and there's not 31 days. We're not looking to sort of have the days of the month here and track for a month. According to science, it takes this amount of time to instill a good habit. So you want to get 30 days in a row so that you can continue doing that habit. The more consecutive days you have in a row of doing that habit, the more likely you are to keep doing that habit. Moving on to the self-care tracker. This planner actually has more templates included for self-care. That was the main goal of this planner. It was to focus on mental health and physical health. So starting with your meal planner, I use pictures. I think this is such a great idea because it just makes it more motivating for me to see pictures rather than just text. Quick tip for GoodNotes. You can actually include an outbound link in text. So if you put text here, then there are link settings and you can link it to the recipe for this particular meal. So there's a recipe card. I've included this difficulty level section because sometimes you're in a pinch and you want to cook something really quick, and it's really nice to categorize things as, by their difficulty level so that you know if you need to make something quickly, you just look at these numbers that you have for your own recipes and know what's a good meal to choose if you want to make something quick. And there's a grocery list here. You can move this grocery list anywhere you want. You can make a specific section for it. The workout tracker has a little bit more, it's more nuanced here, this template. So you can now add the name of the exercise, the time, the duration of, how much time you're doing this exercise for. If you're running, you have a distance, or if you're walking, a distance, sets, reps, and weight, if you're doing weights. Body progress. This comes with a section to write a positive affirmation. I've just included this section here for you to write something that means something to you. There's also a section to track your BMI, if that's something that matters to you. In the previous version of my planners, if you've purchased from me before, this was a gratitude journal. So now it's become daily mindfulness, and there is a section to write your gratitude, but then there's some other things that you can track here. There's some daily reflection, today's affirmation, today's intention, how are you feeling today, self-care activities, things you need to let go of. Your mood tracker, this is also something that was included in the previous version. It's really just sort of an overall, a general, how did you feel that day of that month? And then when you look at it, you get this idea of what the main mood was for you for that month, and then eventually for that year. Then there's a skincare routine. This one, honestly, I can't believe I never wrote down my skincare routine before. As you can see, it's all here now. And I'll tell you why this is handy. I mean, there are days that I want to exfoliate, and those days I don't want to do retinol, and I want to be able to organize during the week when I do what. So this is a great way to just keep track of what your skincare program is. Another new template here is the dream journal. Also really great for getting clarity on what's happening in your life. Track all the things that you can about your dreams, such as what are your current life events happening in the moment? Who are the people that were in your dream? What are the symbols you saw? The dream recap itself, and then what's your interpretation of it? And then we have our wealth tracker. I've actually made changes to the layout of the monthly budget. It now includes fixed expenses and variable expenses. It's very helpful when you can start breaking things down into these two categories. So car insurance, it's something that's set. It's always the same. Your rent, your phone, things like that. That's a fixed expense. A variable expense is something that's always, of course, fluctuating. You don't know how much you're going to spend on groceries from one week to the next, or gas, or an emergency payment of some kind. It just gives you more control over your budget. And you also have an income tracker. So if you have multiple sources of income that you really want to track, individually, this is what it's for. And the same thing for your expense tracker. Note that my templates also come with a section to sort of really reflect on what your goals are and what your affirmations are. So your monthly budget, you could, you have a goal set for yourself. Maybe your goal is put something aside for a trip that you're planning, let's say. Your income tracker, this whole planner, of course, is designed to be a positive affirmation on your whole life. Like, it's supposed to get you into a mind state that is conducive to growth and well-being. So I have included an income affirmation because I just don't think we take the time when we're starting to think about all the money coming into our life. Like, take the time to write something here that you're worthy, that you deserve abundance. It makes such a difference to just keep seeing it again and again. The same with your expense tracker. We can be thankful about it. I am deserving of all these things. I'm worthy of that which I spend my money on. The more you think like that, the more comes into your life. So we have the goals now. And this is essentially a kind of a two-step process. You start with your goals, and then you just write down everything you want to accomplish. This was obviously very important to me right now, improving my digestion. So when I go right here to the goal planner, once I've sort of written down all my goals, I can take that one goal and I can elaborate on it. I can break it down into steps. So improving digestion, how will achieving it impact my life? It will make me feel better and have more energy. This is the why. You need a why. You need something to motivate you. This is your why. Write it down. So I'm just going to tell you how I've broken down my steps here. I've written in a big step would be improving my microbiome, right? And then I've broken that down into baby steps, and that would include, adding some fermented foods into my diet, eliminating sugar and refined carbs, increasing probiotic intake. Whatever your goal is, it's going to have a big step and a baby step. And you just need to really see these steps, because this is what helps you get to here, and this is what helps you get to here. So then you have your notebook right here with the 6 subjects, which are also along the side right here. There are different ways that you can access each subject. One is from the main quick links index page, and you write them in over here and you can access them from here. And then the other one, of course, is directly from the cover of the notebook page. And then you can also just get in directly into your notebook sections from here. So let's say you want to create a daily journal. You would just go to the template paper that you want to use, and you would want to copy this page. So you'd say copy page, then go to where you want to add the page. So let's say I want to put it under subject 1, tap the page icon with the plus sign in it, paste page. Once you have the page inside a section, you no longer need to do exactly that same process. It's really simple. You just tap right here again, and then you say current template. You can do that as many times as you want. The very last section of your planner is the extras page, which has a password tracker, and it also has a birthday tracker. So this is going to be a little bit more of an introduction into the tools of GoodNotes. It's not going to be a full detailed one because there are going to be other tutorials to come in the future where I'm going to get into the details more. But this is just a general overview. So again, when you tap this right here, it will reveal this annotation menu here, and you're going to see all your tools. This is your pen tool. This is your eraser tool right here. This is your highlighter. These are, you want to draw like shapes. You can start sort of drawing shapes like that with this tool. This is the most important tool in GoodNotes. It is the ability to circle and move things around, and this is going to be really helpful when it comes to numbering your monthly spread. So, you know, you're like, how am I going to date all these months? Oh my goodness, it's a little overwhelming. It seems that way at first, but once you get the trick, the hang of using this tool, you really only have to put all your numbers in once. Right here, this is your elements tool. This is where you could put some stickers. This is one way to access your stickers, and this is done through the Apple Photo Gallery. So if you're wondering how you get that in here, it's got to be saved first to your Apple Photos, and that's a whole process, which I'll take you through in a separate video. This is the ability to add photos. This is just like, you can actually write with your pen. This is how it works. And then if you see that the text is small, you can always highlight it and change the size. Right up here, there's all these other sort of things that you can work with here. When you're selecting one of these tools over here, the pen tool, you'll see that you can scroll here. This is a new change that GoodNotes made. They opened this up and giving the ability to add more colors here, so you can easily access them. You can add more colors that you want to use. This tool right here is just a laser if you're giving a presentation. So in this section, I'm going to show you how to essentially how to make copies of pages. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is you want to just leave everything as it is. Don't delete the pages that are in here because they're linked to, you know, these buttons. And if you delete the page, if you delete this page, this link will no longer work, though I will show you how to recover it if it does happen. So how to copy paste templates. Let's say you want to do a monthly budget for the month of January. So you're going to make a copy of this page, leave it where it is, but just go up here to the 3 dots on the right, copy page, then go to your January monthly spread. Now, we won't go here. We are going to go to this little icon, the page icon with the plus in it. Tap once, and then you'll see that there's an option here to select before, after, or last page. We have copied that page, so it's still in the memory. We want to say paste page, and we want to paste it after the current page that we're on. So just say paste. You will see the monthly budget added. And then of course you can add in, you know, the month January. Similarly, you might want to track things on a weekly basis. So let's say you have a workout tracker and you're going to do the same thing. Copy page. Go to where you want to place that. So let's say you want to go to April, you want to go to the first week of April. go here, paste page, and then you have your weekly tracker. And the process works the same for anything on a daily basis. Daily mindfulness, let's say you want to add this to your daily planner, right? You want to add it after the days. So you would do this. Today is the 8th, so I'm going to go there, paste the page. So April 8th, now when you swipe, you'll see that it has a daily mindfulness template attached or right after it. Now, the great thing is that GoodNotes the links don't break. Like, you can still access this page without any issue. You can access the 9th and it wouldn't be an issue. The page that we just pasted is in between the 8th and the 9th, and it doesn't disrupt the linking system at all. So if you want to delete a page, there are a couple of different ways to do it. So imagine I had too many of a page and I didn't want it. These are not linked to anything, so it's totally fine to delete these. So first option is you go up to these 3 dots and then you just say move page to trash. The second way that you can delete a page is by accessing this on the menu at the top left right here. So it opens up this grid of all your thumbnails, and then you'll see where you're actually, what page you're on right now. So this is April 8th right here, and this is the daily mindfulness, and let's say I want to delete that. There's the option to do that from here. This is great for if you want to select more than one page. Let's say there are a group of pages you want to select. You can tap select and then actually tap on them, and then you can copy paste them. You can copy them, you can go to a different section, you can paste them like that. Now, what happens if you accidentally delete a page that you don't want to delete? Like, let's say a page that's linked to one of these hyperlinks over here. Because once you delete it, this link will stop working. So here, let me show you an example. So if I move this page to the trash, and then I go back to the cover, you'll see that this doesn't work anymore. So there is a way that you can actually recover that. You're going to get out of here by clicking this arrow, come into this main documents section, and then you'll see on the top right there's a gear. Click that, go to your trash bin. Provided that you haven't cleared this, manually, that you didn't go in here and say empty. As you can see right here, this is the notebook. If you tap that and you say recover, it's going to put it back where it was. And then when you go back, it works. So that concludes the tutorial for this Good Life Planner. Again, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to message me. If you really like using this product, if you enjoy this, I would love it if you could just, share that in a review, tell customers why you love it, what's so great about it, how it's changed your life. I really hope it does change your life for the better. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in more tutorials.